finalize this. So finalizing, I would just, before I package, before I get everything finalized, I would delete anything that I don't need on there anymore. Make sure I have bleeds. Everything, every page has bleeds properly. Yeah, these are all, if I really want to be super nerdy, make sure these bleeds are right to the bleed line and not over. And then I would, just to be sure, I would do a spell check because I might have messed something up. So I'm going to check the spelling. Now there might be some words on here like, yeah, it doesn't like when you have uppercase other words. So wow, like it thinks that there should be an uppercase when there is a hard return. So it's just going to catch all those instances where I don't have an uppercase where it thinks it should be. Yeah, it thinks that should be uppercase and it doesn't understand URLs. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, so everything is fine. I'm going to save that again. And I'm going to go File, Package. There are no modified or missing images. If I had like an image that I had forgotten to move from one computer to another computer or forgot to download, this is where I would get an error that there was some missing, and then I would have to go back into my links window and make sure all of those images are properly linked. If they're not, you know, I can go relink and just locate the image again. But make sure that there's no errors, make sure that there's no missing images. Again, if there are, you can just go relink and you can locate where that image is. So make sure nothing is missing. Missing, if you'd forgotten to copy and paste something, or forgotten to like load up, download images, just make sure every image that you've used in your document is actually on the machine that you're working on, the computer that you're working on. If it's not, you need to download or find it, locate it again, and make sure that it's properly linked. And you would just select the image and go relink. Okay, so make sure there's no missing links. And then we're going to go package. Now, you don't have to change anything on here. You might want to change your PDF preset. I have actually a temp or like a preset that I've set up prior. Has marks and bleeds. And I should probably really show you quickly. So if I first export, one thing that's super cool about InDesign, if I first export this document, PDF print, and I save it as, I can save it as a spread if you want. You want to see what that looks like. That's super cool. Make sure I view after exporting, spreads, and then marks and bleeds. And now when I export it, let's just see what that looks like. So there is my first page. There's the two middle pages, and there is the last page. So if I've previously exported, first export it with marks and bleeds, and then I package, let's save it. Okay, so it will automatically generate a PDF with the last way that I've exported, the last way I'll export a PDF. Alternatively, if I hadn't previously exported, it's just going to do like high quality print or whatever, and that won't have marks and bleeds. So that's fine to include that PDF within your package InDesign document, but that's not one you'd give printers or when I ask for specifically a PDF to be submitted for an assignment. I want one with marks and bleeds, so you have to export with marks and bleeds. But the default when you're packaging will just be a high quality print. But I have a preset up here, which I've, when I've saved a template, actually, I didn't show you that. Sorry. When I export, I've saved it as a preset. That's what I've just done. So now when that preset is saved and I go package, I have that ability to save it as that preset. In my case, I have it marks and bleeds. So that's just saying we're not technically allowed to share fonts. And there's a warning. Package, 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 package. Creating that PDF. So the package document is a folder. It has your PDF. Now I've exported it with marks and bleeds. It's single pages. I didn't actually export it with spreads. If I had a preset that allowed you to do spreads, it would have done that, but that's just single pages. That's fine. That INDD, that's my working InDesign document. It's a teeny tiny small file format. InDesign wants you to keep it small so it doesn't like bog down your RAM, so that's great. The IDML, that allows you to open up on an earlier version of InDesign, or like a CS5 or something. So that's the file format you can open up in earlier versions of InDesign. The links, there's all the images that I've used, all the EPSs, all the images, they're all there. And then the font. So if you are giving this to somebody else, like you're submitting it for your assignment, if I don't have the font, I have to load the font in order to see your document as you designed it. And so the fonts need to be there, all the images or links need to be there, and those PDFs and that InDesign document. Now, to upload this to the assignment folder on our course page, our Learning Hub, you do need to compress it. So on PCs, you just go do a right click and you compress. There might be a button here at the top too, but I've never used that button. Yeah, this little settings icon here, you can also compress it there. On the PC, it is, I'm forgetting how to do it. I think it also might be a control click, command click, and I'm forgetting, and like it's a 7Z or like an archive or something. I have instructions on exercise 3 how to do that. So if you need to refer back to that, go back to exercise 3, the magazine ad. There are instructions there. So just compress that. And that compressed one, that in this case is a zip, that is what you upload to the assignment folder. That's what I want to see. Not a PDF, not all these separate files, not this like all these links, all these web fonts or fonts files. I want to see one single zipped or compressed folder in the assignment folder. I do not want to see just the PDF. I don't want to see that. I want to see the packaged InDesign file or folder, and that is in the instructions. So it is here, the last instruction, packaged zipped file. Name it, last name, brochure. Okay, so I have done everything in this description. You should have all the tools now that you need in order to make your own beautiful brochure. And sorry again that this took so long, but I really wanted to redo this and make it fresh and hopefully more fun for you guys. So thanks for watching, and again, sorry for it being late.